Today let's explore the Chongqing Zoo. In Chongqing there is a zoo exit on the Green Line. The stairwells get you under the roads, and that's something China does very well. There are a lot more people here when the sun is out. And here's the entrance to the Chongqing Zoo. There's the zoo ticket for 20 yuan. You're supposedly supposed to be able to scan your Metro card as well, but that part of the zoo wasn't open. Well, I was just looking at the pandas and a lady just slammed into me. You have to remember that out in China, the people have no concept of personal space. So if you're a foreigner and you're going to the Chongqing Zoo or any place in Chongqing, just understand that it's nothing personal. The people just don't really worry about personal space out here. Have you ever heard of a white-lipped deer? I sure haven't, but now I have. Hey there, white-lipped deer. Well, I see the mule deer go through my house all the time, walk through my yard all the time. So it's a little strange to see the deer sitting there behind the fence. I just think if it was a wild deer, it would jump right over that fence, and it didn't mean anything if that fence was 15 feet tall. The tack-in isn't very popular right now because it's not there. Herbivore zone, what's that? I guess it's something that's going to eat plants. There's no animals here. I guess that's why nobody's over here. A zoo area with no animals. I like the peace anyway. Follow the yellow brick road. All right, I found something. It's a pink gazebo. I never saw any pink gazebos in Beijing, but we're not in Beijing. I love gazebos. I went and paint mine pink, and I found the secret entrance. The city people can just come up here from the skyscrapers and walk up the hill. Tourists come in from the front door. Well, this is the high point of the zoo. I'm rather happy to have made it up here. There's a pink gazebo here, and you know, I almost felt like I was in a zoo and all by myself a few times out here. There were a few classes of kids and they went off to their favorite animals. But up here on the high point I can see skyscrapers in the background, so it completely destroys the illusion that I'm out in the jungle. But the trick, don't come up to the high point of the Chongqing Zoo. Now I found the real highest hill of the Chongqing Zoo. It still has skyscrapers all around it. They're still figuring out what to do with this apartment building that's stuck right on the side of the zoo. I haven't seen any animals for a while, so I guess you have to stay on the colored ornate concrete. I thought they'd have a fence line or something. tell me I'm not in the zoo anymore. Here we go. I see zoo paraphernalia down here. It's beautiful to come out here when the leaves are changing their colors. Ducks, the happy ducks are coming to get food. Well, I find a lot of the exhibits behind glass. Maybe that's how they could do it, but it'd be nice if they clean the glass. The sun bear. And by the way, it's moving back and forth. I think it needs some sun. Well, there's their black bear. I'm used to seeing them in the wild. There is an area where they let you go in and look at the birds, feed the birds, pet the birds. That's right behind me. That looks really fun. And the kids were loving that. This guy growled at me as I came up. There must be a motion detector. Ah, good old Montana. They make them big out there in Montana. Plaque says Colorado, Montana, Utah, and Wyoming. Woohoo! Brachiosaurus. Plaque says Colorado once again. They've got an artist to figure out all the evolution. If only it were true. So sad they teach evolution here. If you sow the wind, you get to reap the whirlwind. Well, I think this is a really good getaway, especially in the middle of the city. It's kind of in the south central part of Chongqing City. You can hear all the noises of the birds that have decided to make this place their home, even in the winter time. It's a great place. I'd say half of the displays are really open, really nice. You can get a camera in there and take a picture of stuff. There were a lot of things like the bears and monkeys and fish and things that they had a little bit too much of, I guess what I'd say, chain link in front of them. It seemed very confined. And then of course the fish, they had the glass around them that just wasn't very clean and had a lot of fingerprints on them. So for that, not so good, but all around I'd say this is a good experience and a good place to visit in Chongqing for a difference to the fast-paced 30 million people lifestyle of this area.